Recommence the buffoonery. Maybe you should have thought about that before you got knocked up by the Lord. Sad beige kingdom for sad beige Jews. I turned fish to bread! Cool baby. Would be a shame if something happened to it. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Daywalker here. I figured since it's Jesus' birthday, I'd react to a video about the Nativity. It's all in good fun, just a little birthday roast. Don't get butthurt. I make fun of all races, religions, and creeds. It's Martin Luther King's dream. Although I don't know why you'd be offended, unless you're like Jesus. Although if you do think you're Jesus, happy birthday. Anyway, let's get into it.
There lived a priest called Zacharias. Zacharias and his wife Elizabeth were good, faithful people getting on in years. Their one sorrow was that they had no children of their own. They thought it was too late.
I think you thought correctly. A lot of my millennial friends are like just now thinking that they might want to start having kids. Like not actively trying to have kids. They're starting to think about maybe wanting kids. And I'm like, homeboy, I don't know how to tell you this. Your eggs might be like dust in the wind by this point. I don't know.
All they are is dust in the wind.
People will be like, well, why don't you just freeze your eggs? And it's like, thawed out anything is not the best. Yeah. I'll just put this child in the freezer and then I'll just, pop him out later, leave him on the counter to thaw, and he'll be just fine. If you think back at the kids at school who are always a little bit strange, not completely messed up, just a little bit off, they might have been freezer babies. Like the ones who stare into space or sniff their fingers or just start talking to you about weird stuff and just wouldn't blink, made too much eye contact, and would post videos on the internet to no one. Those kids. I'm a freezer baby, confirmed. Back to the sad old barren people. Was that incense he was burning or something else? He's about to have a lot to talk about when he goes on Joe Rogan. He's gonna be like, man, I saw a fucking angel, man. It was nuts. He told me I was gonna have like a kid, but I'm fucking old, man. And like my cousin's wife, I think. Shoot. I forgot my biblical history. This is bad. I went to seminary, guys. Yeah, fun fact. I don't know if I told you guys that. I'm a seminary dropout. Well, I guess that's okay if I don't remember, because I dropped out after one semester.
Fear not, Zacharias. I am the angel Gabriel, sent by the Lord to bring good news.
Gabriel's got a sexy voice.
Your wife Elizabeth will bear a son.
But this can't be true. I'm an old man, and my wife, she's well past childbearing age.
Yeah, she's gonna die. Women died in childbirth. Women still die in childbirth, even in America. Like, it's still a very taxing thing on the female body. For women my age. She was like, what, in her 90s?
I am an angel of the Lord, sent by God to deliver this good news. Because you doubt my word, you will be unable to speak until your son is born.
Okay, I'm telling you something that like defies the laws of science and nature. Also, I sent a fucking angel to just pop out of incense out of nowhere to just surprise you. But like, how dare you not believe me? Punished. You're punished. You're not gonna be able to speak for 9 months. Oh, fig tree. My kid, Jesus wanted some fruit from you. You didn't give him some. Bam, you're barren forever. If I was God and I had the power to like strike anybody barren, oh my gosh. For the most minor infractions, anybody who like disliked my videos, even for like a good reason. If you don't like that I'm making fun of your religion in a video, you're barren. Cut me off in traffic, you're barren. All the times I've ever gotten like pissed off at somebody in traffic, thank God that I'm not God. You think he's a petty bitch? I'm the pittiest. The pittiest.
First things first.
I'm the pittiest.
Why can't you speak? What are you trying to tell us?
No, if you lose your voice, your vocal cords don't work. It's not like you had a fucking stroke.
Elizabeth became pregnant soon after.
Don't you break the fourth wall at me, kid. I'm not in the mood for this today.
An angel came to Zacharias.
Is this a musical? I mean, I like musicals, but I don't know if I want to hear it from this kid.
Zacharias gasped, Zacharias stared. He'd never seen an angel and he was scared. The angel said, don't be dismayed. There's no reason to be afraid. The angel said,
got some gospel going on.
Instead, your wife will bear a baby
Bunch of white people with soul.
bring the world delight and joy. The angel said, rejoice instead. Your wife will bear a baby.
It's my tambourine.
Boy, and he'll bring the world delight and joy. A baby boy, delight and joy. Fear not, fear not.
All right, I'll allow it. That had some soul. These are the whitest looking, cadaver looking motherfuckers I've ever seen. Maybe these are people that Jesus needs to bring back to life. I don't know. Or like was there like a vampire coven? That's not a thing. Covens are for witches. I should be watching to figure out where this vampire coven came from and maybe why they're filling these things full of blood. Well, I know why they're filling it full of blood. They're vampires. Don't be stupid, Amanda.
Isa's wife Elizabeth had a cousin who lived in a town called Nazareth. Her name was Mary.
You're a lucky girl to be engaged to Joseph, Mary. He'll make a fine husband.
I know.
That blush. Okay, Joseph must be a smoke show. Everybody's like, girl, you lucky. She's like, I know. I'm excited to not be Virgin Mary anymore, if you know what I mean. That's Joseph? Maybe there's slim pickings in Judea.
Good morning, husband-to-be.
Good morning, wife-to-be.
Oh, Joseph, are you all right?
They are so, like, hot for each other. She's like, good morning, husband-to-be. These two have poop hole loophole energy, where, like, they've probably done everything but, like, literally everything but. If you know, you know.
Maybe later we can walk in the garden.
I'll see you then, Joe.
Behave, Joseph. A walk in the garden without a chaperone? Kinky. Good job, Mary.
Behold, you are to be a mother and to bear a son, and to call him Jesus.
But how can this be? I'm... a virgin.
The Holy Spirit will come upon you. Your cousin Elizabeth has also conceived a son in her old age, because
Gross.
with God, nothing is impossible.
I don't know why, but like the fact that he didn't have feet. Like I know he's an angel, so he doesn't need feet. Like he's a spiritual figment or whatever. But just the weird like Ghost of Christmas Past kind of like whoa was so like I don't know. I don't like it. What was that? That was like a 10-second delay. Hold on. Whoa, hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mary's a freezer baby too.
My virgin child, you've been touched by the holiest.
My virgin child, you've been blessed. You've been touched by the holiest. Like all this needs to stop.
Was this real or just a dream?
Gonna beat the shit out of that angel if he's lying to me. It would be kind of funny though if the whole thing was just like Mary like did just like run around on Joseph and she like came up with this whole story. It was like, oh, there was an angel and then he came and he was like Jesus and then there was like a flash of light and he had no feet and he was like he's gonna be the King of Kings and then she happened to be like friends with some angels and then the angels were like yeah. And she's like, please, you just got to corroborate my story. They're like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, and like they owed her one. And so then they had to like go to Joseph and like the angels were in on it. And like there was this whole thing. And so like they had her back. And like, so that's like where all this came from was just like she was in with like the right people. And so the angels were like, oh my God, yeah, she's totally like blessed amongst all women. She's like the best bitch. Like God like freaking loves her. She's like chosen and shit. She's totally still a virgin. Totally would never sleep with Brad down the street. Brad or Ishmael or Abraham. House Brad was actually like the forgotten tribe of Israel. Everybody else was all like awkward and skinny, and he was like the buff one who worked out. So like they left him out of the Bible because he was just too hot. To this day, there's like a whole lost tribe of Israel, and they were actually Jesus's daddy.
Oh, it can't be a dream. My eyes are wide open.
Not really. Maybe you were smoking some of the incense Zacharias, whatever, who also got some weird prophecy stuff from an angel with no feet. Clean up that water, bitch. Do you want mold? Because that's how people get mold. Then again, I guess you live in like ancient times and your lifespan was like, 25. So you're not as concerned about these things because you're already like halfway there. Here in Georgia, you spill water like that, you're going to get some of them cockroaches. Here we call them palmetto bugs. And they're going to fly at you. Because God has forsaken this state. The bugs fly.
Oh, they fly now! They fly now? They fly now!
They're going to come upon you. And not in the fun way.
Joseph must know. How can I hide this from him?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to hide that for very long, I imagine. Is something different about you? Did you cut your hair? Are you wearing like a different burlap sack kind of situation? I like it. Can't wait till our wedding night so I can... Was that the Jewish custom where you boned through the sheet? Was it Mormons? Was that made up? I guess most customs are made up. Then again, everything's made up. Nothing's real. Everything's a construct. Nothing matters. We're all gonna die.
All they are is dust in the wind.
As the angel Gabriel foretold, Elizabeth was pregnant.
I never realized how creepy it was until I saw it like animated like this. Seeing an old lady pregnant like this actually skeeves me out.
Elizabeth was pregnant.
Fire!
Not the baby, the old woman, and the baby, I guess. I guess all of it. Just the whole town, just burn it down. Just give it the whole Sodom and Gomorrah treatment and start over.
Without hesitation, she now believed everything the angel had told her.
That old lady's titties ain't big enough to be pregnant. She has not reached GILF status yet. My parents would be so disappointed knowing that I went from Sunday school to seminary to calling Elizabeth a GILF.
Oh, Joseph, I love you now more than ever.
Are you sure?
With all my heart. And you, Joseph? Do you still love me?
More than ever, Mary.
What a fruity little kiss. Who knows? Maybe Mary is Joseph's beard. Maybe Joseph is actually into carpentry because he really is into wood. I'm so into women and virgins and vaginas. Yum. Mmm.
I have important news, but I don't know how to tell you.
You can tell me anything, Mary. I'm ready to listen to anything you have to say.
Lies. Oh, lies!
Is it good news? Is it bad news? If it's bad news, if you're breaking up with me, then I don't ever want to hear it. I hope God curses you with the same thing he gave Zacharias, where you can't talk for 9 months.
I'm with child, Joseph.
Awkward.
You can imagine how shocked and confused Joseph felt.
Yeah, the drama.
Joseph, you are not the father.
I need some time to think about this.
Just a man and his ass.
I'm with child, with child.
Some of that trippy incense shit too.
Mary. Mary, why did you betray me?
This is made for children who probably aren't even at the age in school where they're taught how babies are made. Like, as a kid, I didn't really understand the implications of all this. Like, the Virgin Mary, like, I thought that was her job. Like, Joseph was a carpenter. I thought Mary's job was that she was a virgin. So you're doing, like, these Christmas pageants, 1st or 2nd grade, and you're like, yeah, the Virgin Mary, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head.
You will call the son she bears Jesus, which means God saves. For he will save his people from their sins.
It's the ancient prophecy come true.
The vampire coven's back.
Joseph!
Was that necessary? You can't just, every time something surprises you or excites you, you can't just be slamming down pottery, you dumb bitch.
Mary and Joseph were wed. And Joseph took Mary into his home.
I wanna get freaky.
They just breezed right past the fun part.
You look worried, Joseph.
I was just thinking about the ancient prophecy.
And the fact that our wedding night wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. I guess maybe I am more into wood than I thought I was.
I have no choice, Mary. Bethlehem is the city of my father, and we must both go to register for the census.
Oh, but Joseph, it's so far away, and I'm almost ready to give birth.
Maybe you should have thought about that before you got knocked up by the Lord.
Good girl, Jackie. Good girl.
I'm sorry, is that canonical? Again, I am a seminary dropout, so I don't know much. But in my one semester, I'm pretty sure we never covered that Mary and Joseph's donkey was named fucking Jackie.
You've been graced by God, chosen and blessed above all others. The power that created the earth and all the stars in the sky conceived the child inside you.
Okay. Calm down. Like the savior of the universe just crapped on my carpet, drew on my walls, ate my car keys. Oh my God. I'm just so, we are so blessed.
Will he be beautiful, Joseph?
Oh, he will be so beautiful, Mary.
Why does that matter? Would you yeet him if he was an ugly savior? If Jesus came out looking like Quasimodo? Like, God loves the poor and the downtrodden. So, like, it would make sense that his son wasn't, like, fucking hot, didn't have, like, a flowing mane of hair, and, like, didn't have, like, a hot carpenter body. If he just came out being like,
Here, oh, take my hand. Ah!
I'm a fisher of men! He would have been the freezer baby. There's that Jesus, always going around smelling a little bit like pee. And he's just like, I turned fish to bread! I'm sorry, Jesus. Sorry, Mormon Jesus from a couple weeks ago. Sorry, any other Jesuses, any other multiverse Jesuses I might make fun of in my tenure before I get smited by any of you.
Walked and walked and walked.
There were no fucking gingers in the Middle East. What is that abomination doing there? Kill it with fire! Listen, I love gingers. I'm just saying he would burst into flames. He serves no biological purpose there. I mean, gingers in general probably don't serve a biological purpose, other than my own amusement.
Ginger kids have no souls.
Oh no, am I gonna get hit with a hate speech label again? Oh well, I'll just lean into it. Just gonna rack them up. Gotta catch 'em all.
Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon.
How beautiful.
Is it? It should be narrated by Werner Herzog.
Welcome to Werner Herzog's new line of children's clothing. Sad beige clothes for sad beige children.
Sad beige kingdom for sad beige Jews.
Like a rare white jewel.
White jewel? Now who's racking up the hate speech points?
Are you all right?
Oh, the baby won't wait, Joseph.
I'll find a midwife to help with the delivery.
There isn't time, Joseph.
Pregnant privilege, I tell you. I can't wait till I'm pregnant. I'm gonna milk the shit out of that. Well, I guess, and myself. I'm gonna be using it for stuff that even not related to my pregnancy. Because people don't know. They will do anything. I've seen people be like, oh, is it the pregnancy? Yeah. Like, one time I pretended I was pregnant on the metro back in college because I wanted to get a seat. I, like, puffed out my stomach, and I looked very pregnant. That's a gross skill that I have. I guess you'll be happy to know that it didn't work because I was lying, but you'll be sad to know that I looked very pregnant and not a single person moved. So I don't know. Take whatever you want from that. You can feel as conflicted as you want because I was being shitty. But also so were they. There is no moral to that story.
We need a room.
We are so full. People are taking turns to sleep in the same bed.
But sir, you don't understand.
If you'd like, you can stay in the cave below our inn. It's not much.
It's where we keep the animals. That's no place to have a baby.
I like that his alternative is nowhere. Don't stay in the cave. I mean, you can stay in the fucking street, but the cave, that's undignified. You can have your baby in hell.
Why should we question God's wisdom if it is his will that his son should be born here?
God's like, keep me out of this. You knew for 9 months that you was pregnant. I sent you several fucking angels to let you know that you were going to have my kid. Don't put this on me. I did not say that I wanted, like, my son to be born in a cave. But okay, sure. Put this on me. Put this on me. I'm making him like the gay guy again. Put this on me. Sure. Okay. Gah. Oh, God, I'm making him like Billy Eichner. Gah. My son was born in a cave.
This will do just fine.
She looked like evil there. She's like, this is just fine. And then she turns into a vampire, and then she like feeds on Joseph, which was her plan all along. And that's what she needed. She needed the blood of a human mortal man to get enough sustenance to feed her baby. And that is actually how Jesus was born.
This will do just fine.
And then she feeds. I'm sorry. Did you just step outside and let your wife, 13-year-old child bride, deliver her own baby? Jesus Christ. Well, I guess that's what she gave birth to, but...
Come, see.
Where?
Are you blind? Like, I know God took away Zacharias' ability to speak, but did he take away your fucking eyeballs? It's a cave. It's a small cave. There's like several cows, a couple horses, fucking Jackie, one woman, and one fucking human baby. Dipshit.
What do you think it is? I don't know. I've never seen anything like it.
The Nativity story is actually just like the story of the first UFOs, just told through like a religious lens. It's the first episode of Ancient Aliens. Basically, Jesus was an ancient alien. Oh, are we about to have a little Aryan gospel number? Oh, it's just this guy? Are they just gonna have this one kid sing every song?
There's no reason to run and hide. Fear not, the angel cry.
All three of these songs, I believe, are the exact same song, just different lyrics. You got me all excited for the Aryan Brotherhood to do, like, a gospel number. But no, you just have this one little fucking ginger in a field talking to smelly-ass sheep. And nobody, like, talks to this kid. Maybe he's just a ghost. Maybe he's, like, he just has no friends. Maybe this is another Freezer Kid. It's just an episode of Freezer Kids. This whole thing is just a cautionary tale to women in your like 30s. Just don't wait to have kids, because then you're gonna have a kid like this who talks to sheep and sings in the field and has no friends. This is an awful joke, but I remember one of my friends' parents, when they got mad at them one time, they yelled at them and they said, "I should have aborted you when I had the chance." I don't keep in touch with that friend anymore. I hope they're still alive. I hope they're okay. I just remember being like, Jesus Christ. I'm glad Mary didn't abort Jesus Christ when she had the chance, because otherwise I wouldn't have this cool Christmas sweater. Oh wait, this isn't the one that has Jesus on it. I'm trying not to make these videos too long, but I need to show you my cool sweater. Hold on. Ta-da! I light up like a disco ball. Go, Jesus. It's your birthday. That is a cardboard box. I guess those are my boobs, but that's irrelevant.
Why would the Son of God be born in a stable? Surely he would be born in the great palace of Herod the king.
God's like, yeah, that was my plan, but someone fucked it up, Mary. He's like, I booked you a room at the Ritz. It was supposed to be really nice. It was bougie. I had a really cool gender reveal for you, but no, someone fucked it up. Someone didn't get the invitation sent out on time, Joseph. You know, I should have just had Brad do it. None of this would have been a problem if I had the 13th tribe of Brad. Also, I don't think you can see it in frame, but I have this from another video, and I just think it's funny that it's here. And I won't give you context, because I don't know if I'm posting it in order. I think I'll have probably posted this video ahead of time, but this is here. This has been here the whole time. As have these, actually.
Can you tell us where to find the Messiah?
Messiah? What Messiah?
Didn't you see the angels?
Go away.
At least tell us if you've heard about a newborn child.
They're all aggressively rude. Also, babies are born every day. These are all very weird questions.
Leave us alone, you dirty shepherds.
Or maybe this family is just a particularly aggressive family, or just like very bigoted against sheep or shepherds. Being the queen of hate speech now, I'm going to start using that. You dirty shepherd. Scruffy nerf herders.
We apologize for the intrusion.
We've come to see the child Messiah.
But how did you...
It's okay, Joseph. Let them come in.
Why are the shepherds the only ones who have Middle Eastern accents? I know the baby's glowing because he's the Messiah and all, but that could also be something you might want to get checked out. That could be like cradle cap, jaundice. Could be many things. Like, I know you think your baby's special because he's like Jesus, and he's white and delightsome and beautiful, as you guys keep insisting. That must have been so weird. Like, when you give birth to a child of God, like, every single problem your child has, you're like, is this a normal child problem? Or is this like child of God problems? Is he taking on and purging the sins of the world? Or does his tum-tum just hurt, you know?
We are simple shepherds, bearing simple gifts.
I got a rock.
You're welcome. And I some yard too. That family who already has like a predetermined stigma, like they're already prejudiced against these dirty shepherds, are probably going to end up like beating these shepherds to death. That's what's going to happen here. It's going to actually be a real like a tragedy in a second because they're acting real fucking weird.
People of Bethlehem, rejoice! Rejoice, he has come!
Who's come?
The Messiah, born in a stable.
Is that the same hateful, bigoted family? No, it's a different one. Man, there's a lot of haters in here.
Celebrate! Rejoice!
Crazy shepherds? Probably drunk.
Trash!
The newborn king of the Jews.
We come to pay homage to him and present our gifts.
What's your news, priest?
3 foreign men are creating quite a stir at the temple, King Herod.
Oh?
These...
Are you kidding me? It just ends? The fuck? Where's the rest of it? I mean, he's already born, so I guess it's done, but like, what the
Disappointed!
Okay, so basically, one of the wise men came up, he's like, girl, I will bring the child gold. The next one comes up, he's like, my gift for the child will be frankincense. This is usually associated for like worship, because he's like, you know, God and shit. And then the third one was like, I bring the gift of myrrh, which is associated with like death. And everybody got real awkward and was like, oh, that's a little weird. You know, this is a birth, right? This is like not like a funeral. And like, he was like, look, this was a last minute thing for me. Like we were already kind of on the way. We was hunting aliens, and then we heard about this, and we were like, oh, cool. And I just kind of had it with me. Basically, I was regifting. You know, it's like a candle. It's like when somebody gives you a candle, and then you just happen to have it, and then you get like a Secret Santa situation, and you just kind of look around for like whatever kind of gift you have. This is kind of what I had. Or maybe he was just like the morbid goth magi where he's just like, cool baby. Would be a shame if something happened to it. And then basically after that, Jesus grows up to live happily ever after. Nothing bad happens. Got married, had a bunch of kids, lived forever. And he's now president of the world. The world being the US. And yeah, White Jesus 2024.
White and delightsome.
I like that in this scenario, he's immortal, but he still has to run for office every 4 years. He's immortal, but you still have term limits. Like, you might defy the laws of science and physics, but there's still rules, homeboy.
There's no rules!
Let's just start back on.
There's one rule!
Now that I've properly blasphemed and disappointed my parents, go forth, enjoy family time this Christmas. If you'd like to give me a Christmas gift, then I would say go ahead and like and subscribe, but you've probably already done that. So share this channel maybe with a friend who you think would also maybe get a kick out of this, the cry for help that is my channel. Ho, 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 meaning go be ho, ho, ho's. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa to the one white guy who celebrates it thinking that he's a good ally because he thinks black people celebrate it. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays. I'm trying to just trigger everybody, basically. I just want everybody to have a fucking triggered ass holiday season. So go forth, be merry, and die mad about it.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. What? There is just one thing I need.